Okay, now let's talk about the past perfect tense. Okay. The past perfect shows the relationship of an earlier past action to a later past action. To escape to look at this. Okay, when the storm hit, most people had left. Okay, the storm hit in the past in August 2005. I think earlier it said 2006, but it was 2005. Okay, most people left New Orleans before the storm hit. You could also say most people had left New Orleans before the storm hit. So this happened first, had left, and then the storm hit happened next. By the time the rescue effort was over, 1,800 people had died. And this means that 1,800 people had died before the rescue effort was over. I'm going to stop and be careful here. This is not in the book, but this is a big problem that a lot of students have, making mistakes with the verb die. And I think maybe it's because grammar books don't use the word die much because it's an unpleasant subject. However, die is an intransitive verb. It never has an object and it's never passive. You say, you say, my grandmother died in 1973. And lots of times students want to say was died. And when I put 2 stars next to something like that, it means it's wrong. It's not what we say. And so that's 2 stars next to it to show you that my grandmother was died is wrong. We never say that. Dead is an adjective, which may be why people get confused. So I can say President Kennedy is dead, and there it's an adjective. But if I use the verb, I say he died in 1963. That's the past tense of the verb. But then I can do this with the adjective, he has been dead for 50 years. Okay, let's now look at the past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense is used with a continuous action that happened before another past action, and for is used to show the duration of the previous action. That means how long the previous action lasted. Okay, so when I say some people had been waiting for 3 days by the time they were rescued, or the Titanic had been traveling for 5 days when it sank. It's like the first sentence means people had been waiting for 3 days, and then they were rescued, still in the past. The Titanic had been traveling for 5 days, and then it sank.